know. It looks as if
Have they had
sometimes-
monopoly, or they've just been the telco with the largest market share?
Because they've been
But-
proactive.
Is
they put in the
MTN a
investment.
monopoly? Were they really a monopoly, or they just had, a
Why
significant
do
market
they-
share?
Okay, why do they have a significant market share? Maybe I don't
Okay.
know.
So they
But-
put in the investment.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
think
They were
there
not
was a
even the
time
first
when-
to come into Ghana.
I think there was a
I
time
think
when
it was-
an interview was being conducted here
Yeah.
where the man said there was this time where all telecommunications were asked to take a certain step
Yeah.
towards improving their services.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it would have taken a lot. It would have costed them a lot.
Yeah.
But MTN
MTN
decided to
took the
make
step.
that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today they have a lot more people. Even though we complain so much about how MTN has done this, it's like we can't leave them. It's
Yeah.
like that toxic
Yeah.
relationship, you know.
Yeah,
You-
Tom and Jerry,
you
Yeah.
MTN and our customers and,
you
and,
can't
and,
leave
and the
MTN.
customers.
But it's very serious because sometimes I just scroll through something. You have used about 50% of your data. And
That is a very
it's
annoying
a
notification.
very annoying notification. Data is so expensive. Now, I can't speak for other countries because I've not been there and I've not really researched it to
Yeah.
understand how their network, how it works over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But here, the number of times I have to buy data in a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this stuff bundle thing.
Yeah.
They have some funny bundles
Yeah.
going on around. You can get that. But even with that,
Yeah.
it used to be so cheap. I remember with the teacher's bundle, there was a time it was about, is it 25 CDs or so? Then it moved to 27, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's now 32.
Yeah.
And it moved from like 54 to 60 something. So it's so expensive, and you are being charged more, but you are not being given more data. The data is being reduced
Yeah.
for higher prices,
Yeah.
and then you are wondering, okay, so why am I paying more if you are going to reduce it?
Yeah.
It was 10 gig at first for 27 CDs, now 32 CDs for 8 gig. So why am I paying more then?
Yeah.
Because NCA,
Taxes.
the Ministry for Communications, and all of the players in there have decided that MTN is an SMP, significant market power. And because of that, they hold a significant position in terms of the number of subscribers to the
Okay.
telecoms network. And that is to the detriment, according to the NCA, that is to the detriment of the other telecommunications network. So then the word monopoly comes in. So in order to avoid a monopoly situation, they have compelled MTN to increase the price of their
That
data.
will not change the fact that
So they
MTN
they
will
can't
still
have the
that.
lowest, internet data
But do you
packages
use
anymore.
MTN?
I do use
Will you
MTN.
change from MTN to any other network?
I
because
would if the other network provides me with better internet connectivity.
with better internet connectivity,
Yes.
but at a cheaper price.
If they give me better internet connectivity right now at the same rates that MTN is offering their internet, data now, I probably would move.
So that means that
Yes.
you believe that across board, MTN is the best in terms of the provision.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
So far.
by far. By far. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Let's not play the ostrich here, right? By far.
Yeah.
When it comes to, because we experience it on a daily basis. You can be in the same place, and I was telling you this earlier,
Yeah.
IB.
Yeah.
You can be in the same place, have your internet data on another network.
Yeah.
It will show that this is 4G LTE connected, or it will show 4G connected, right? And then you'll be trying to browse, you'll be trying to download something, or you'll be trying to stream a video or something of the sort, and it keeps buffering. It plays a little bit and then it buffers. But you look at the network, strong signal strength, and it's 4G, indicating everything is flowing. And then you decide to switch to a different service provider. Let's say you switch to MTN,
Yeah.
and it is still the same 4G, and the internet connectivity is smooth,
Yeah.
right? So a lot of people know. A lot of people know this and
There are also
experience
in
it.
A lot more areas, as in with there are certain areas your Vodafone might not necessarily work, but it's hard to find an area where your
Yeah.
MTN doesn't work. Like
Yeah.
it's very difficult to find an area where your MTN doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
true.
So, and I was saying this earlier that if the other telcos would put in the necessary investment and improve their services and offer comparable service, because it's not like people do not find fault with MTN. We complain about MTN's network all the time because sometimes you don't understand even the reason how they do their things. So you find me more often than not calling their customer care line, complaining about one thing or another. But you see, the thing is that where's the alternative? So the alternative is that the other people, the other players, in the sector need to put in the necessary investment to bring their network to a comparable level of MTN or better than MTN, and that is what will make people gravitate towards them. Not the NCA or whatever, deliberately trying to do this to MTN so that it pushes people will not go to the other networks, because when they go, they don't get good service, and that's the crux of the issue.
But I would want to know, if they actually make the due investment, does it ultimately mean that we are going to have better service but low prices? Because you have to know that if you make the investment and now your network is good, but you are charging the same as MTN, I might as well just be in MTN, do you understand? And if it's now better and you are charging more, then that is probably the only reason why. Better than MTN at this point. It's not at the same level as MTN, better than MTN, and then you are charging more. That is the only thing that will compel me to decide, okay, I want to join so and so network. But if you're only going to ramp up and then get to MTN's level but increase your price, because you have to know that once they are going to make investments, it's likely that we are also going to suffer certain things.
They have to make investments
for the investment they are going to make. So if that is the case, then, because I don't now see how that is going to help the other networks. They invest, they come and put their taxes and whatnot on us, we need to pay more. It's the same thing basically. It's like creating another MTN. MTN is also not going to sit down and say, okay, let's just wait
of course,
for
they're
you
also
to
going to
catch
continue
up
to try and
us. So
improve.
if they are also going to provide better services and all of that, at what point really do you say, okay, now all the networks have equal opportunity in this country?
Let's get to the phone lines and hear from you. 053 518 3317. 053 518 3317. That is the number to call us on. What is your data situation, and what are your views on this whole issue about data and how expensive data is here in this country? We've been talking about this for some time, and the conversation has been rife on social media, and it's trending everywhere. People are complaining. The NCA responded, right? The NCA responded in a statement to some of the complaints that have been, put forth on social media. But let's talk to you now. Give us a call on 053 518 3317. 053 518 3317. Give us a call on this number, and let's hear what you've got to say about the discussion that we're having here on the show this morning, with as regards internet data and just how expensive it is. Someone was saying that I buy 3 CDs, and before I realized, I would have bought about 150 CDs, so just because it's so expensive. Oh, too bad. I thought I had a caller there on the line. I seem to have lost that caller. Okay, let me get back. Hello, good morning.
Papa, go Lantam.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is why. You're not open for life.
Forgive us.
Francis, now is the VRA. For example. And he didn't tell us that I was going on.
I think he signed off. I think he signed off and announced to everybody that he's leaving the media, so it's fine. But let's get to the issue. Talk to us about your internet data situation.
Oh, well, I'm sad this morning and sad with this internet something because one of our own, comrade Kosami, you know him, Kosami, we've lost Kosami. Lantam, or you don't know Kosami?
I don't think I do.
Oh, Kosami, and we asked Ibrahim, he will tell you. They passed on yesterday. Oh.
Condolences to his family.
Thank you very much. My brother, as for this data something, when the MPP people, they promised us, especially Baumia, that we will do this, we'll get reduction in this, and just like they said, when we bring on board the levy, it will solve every problem in Ghana. And we are still at zero. I get to my point. The data there, see, a lot of people, they use it for their studies and things like that. Those who cannot purchase, expensive, textbooks and things like that, they use it to do their checks and things like that. But this government, they don't think of all this, They only think of themselves alone. They think of themselves alone, which is really bad. You get my point? They should work on it whereby students, parents, and everyone that is not able to get the cash to do certain things, can easily get on board the what do you call it, the social media, create creative content for him to make a living.
Okay.
You understand me?
Right.
To cut the long story short, this government is not helping us at all. We need to kick them out of power, my brother.
All right.
Have a nice day, my brother.
Thank you. Have a nice day too, and thank you very much for calling us here. Call us also. Let's know what your situation is with regard to expensive internet data. 053 518 3317. 053 518 3317. So what have been the comments on social media, Etornam?
Yeah, actually, so NCA was trending, and then there was a separate one with hashtag data services. People were complaining and lamenting about the fact that the government seems to think that, they can just do anything without thinking about citizens, because we have been complaining about this issue a long time ago, but it seems to happen. It keeps happening.
It keeps happening over and over.
Over and over again. And so it's almost as if you don't listen to us. We say it, you don't listen to us. We say it, and just as the man said on the phone lines, people are calling that, we changed government because they seem to not listen.
Because they are not listening. We have another caller. Good morning.
Hello, Lanta. This is Dominic.
Yes.
And another on his voice, his appointees. Sometimes I wonder, the Constitution says we should be checking, according to the Constitution, the only qualification for an article that those positions is to have a sound mind, right? Isn't that the only qualification? Because I'm not a lawyer, I don't know it well.
Well, you must be of sound mind. If you want to be president, you must have attained a certain age and all of that. You must be a Ghanaian, all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Age and the sound mind. Good. You see, the sound mind, I mean, as I sit here right now, I don't know their medical report. So, if that happens, are we looking at, are we obeying the Constitution? Because how can you tell me that MTN is dominating the market, and your solution to MTN dominating the market is to put impediments in MTN's place? Your solution is not to invest in those that are lagging behind MTN. You get $500 million. $500 million. And what do you decide to do with it? Go and build a church. You want to go and build a church with that money. That is why I want to see their medical records, because things don't make sense to me. We are not obeying the Constitution. We have to see their records. That doesn't make sense at all.
Thank you, Dominic, for your call. People are not enthused about, this MTN business at all.
Exactly. And especially because there's a report that says that Ghana is ranked the third country in Africa with the cheapest cost of internet data,
Really?
and second in West Africa. There are several articles on this thing, and people are just, I think there's even a comment on social media where someone says, yes, they say we are third. So one user said, according to what the NCA released to the public, the average data for 1 gigabyte in Ghana is $0.40. Meanwhile, 1 gigabyte of data is 17 Ghana cedis, which is around,
it's more than $1.
Exactly.
That's more than $1.
The statistics that the NCA provided are outdated or misleading. Hashtag dissolve NCA was hashtag NCA are the enemies. And then someone replied and said, yes, they say we are third in Africa. Third cheapest.
Third cheapest in Africa.
I want to know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I think we have another call on the line. Let's talk to our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Joseph.
Joseph, great to have you, Joseph.
I'm calling from Peshinga.
Thank you very much, Joseph, for joining us. Talk to us.
To me, I don't really have a problem with data. As every month, when I'm paid a month, I guess I allocate some money for data, and when it's done, I does it. I don't buy any data anymore. I don't waste my money so much on data and all that. But there's a problem I want to, there was this woman, this accident victim, who was dumped in the bush. Was it Winneba last month or something?
Yeah.
I heard the Ghana Health Service or the ministry said they should give us a month. They're going to investigate and come up with a report or something. I don't know that. I don't know. I've not heard anything about it. I don't know whether they've come up with a report because this thing is very serious. It can happen to anybody. Let's say, God forbid, someone gets an accident and the face is badly damaged and cannot be recognized. You can be dumped in the bush and that's the end of you. Or you can be dumped somewhere and that'll be the end of you. So it's so important, please. If you can tell any of your reporters or IB or something to take it up, it's very important. Please.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you also for your call to us here on the show. That's an equally important issue, and it's something that we'll definitely follow up on and update you as and when we have the details of that. But I'll still have time to pick a few more calls. It's 9:53 a.m. and this is still the Morning Star. 053-518-3317. That is the number to call us here on the Morning Star. And let's hear what you've got to say. We are complaining about internet data today. Etornam cannot have enough data. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Lantam.
Yes, sir.
Eben Kwabenya.
Stephen, talk to us.
Eben in
Kwabenya, talk to us, Eben.
Please, this your phone call should be a 9-day wonder. When we were with that day and Francis, Ibrahim can testify. Every morning we do have our bite at least 1-2 minutes. So please, we are begging you, okay? It's been a while. The last time I sent you a message, you said you would do justice even. But let me thank you for opening the line for us. When you have our bites, we need to also have our bites, okay? Okay, Lantam?
Carry on.
You see, it's sad in this country. For me, I continue to say that the MPP party and their scammers, in their manifesto 2020, page 172, it is written in there that they will reduce internet data. The question we need to ask ourselves this one, if they reduce, no. And for a whole NCA to another that to come and tell us that it's okay. Hey, what country do you find ourselves in? Gone are the days MPs used to give us more data. It was the same this NCU. Who told them that no, they are collapsing other telco districts. So they need to do something. And now we are buying it expensive. And now look at what you are telling us. Please, my fellow Ghanaians, I'm pleading with you. This party called MPP, they are scammers. You remember they told us we'll be getting eaten at the close of their 4 years. When they had the DC 2017, all Ghanaians will be having bank accounts. We haven't seen it. The Tesla also told us that we'll be having smartphones. Now, Baumiatu are going to telling us that every month we'll get a smartphone. We are begging you. Even just common data, you haven't been able to do anything about it. How much more? iPhone, that time is being sold for 4,500, 6,000 over. One Ghana cedi a month. It's not possible. These people, they are lying. They want us to give them the nod again, thinking that we are gullible like their followers. As they say, you don't need to do development. We are not ready for that. Good morning, and continue to open the line for us.
Thank you very much for calling us from Kwabenya. Thank you very much for your call. Yes, I think we have time to pick maybe about 2 more calls here on the Morning Star. On this 053-518-3317. Give us a call. Let's talk internet data. What is your situation and what are your thoughts? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Lanta. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
Yeah. My name is Peter Chi, My name is Peter Chi. I'm calling from Sugura.
Right, Peter Chi. Talk to us.
Yeah. Lanta, why is Francis?
Francis has moved on from the media.
Wow. Why? Why Francis should do so? Anyway, that is his decision. Lanta, I don't know. I want to ask this question. How much is government supporting? Yes, how much is government supporting this communication, apparatus and everything, MTN, the Vodafone? How much is government, in support of this?
I know that government now has a stake in 80 which used to be Airtel Tigo. I know government has a stake in that, and government also has a 30% stake in Telecel. That's what I know the government is doing within the telecommunication space.
So what about MTN and others?
The government doesn't have any stake in MTN. MTN is a privately owned, company, fully owned, and they put together their own infrastructure and everything.
But according to government, if you listen to the Vice President Baumia's campaign tour and other utterances that have been coming from, his end, I think he's more interested in these communication gadgets and what he wants to do, to transform whatever he was claiming because of politics. You see, this time, even if you buy credit, I always buy 11 CDs every day. 11 CD every day. And within the space of time, just on short time, you see that it's exhausted. And I will continue buying. You see, so what we are looking up to, that is why I was so much, not happy, annoyed with the Vice President's, so-called introduction of 1 CD, 2 CD, phone, free phone for Ghanaians. It's because we have a lot at stake here. Today, we are thinking that the abuse of government expenditure even must stop, because it is not being used for the purpose that it has been meant for. All the time, our youth are in problem, they need jobs, and they promised and told us that when in opposition, that is, when they were voted into office, they were coming to construct and improve, even add more value to our road infrastructure and make jobs available and accessible to the unemployed. But which today we see the story different. They are rather interested in, dishing out state resources and assets to their daughters and friends, which has, put Ghanaians into serious poverty level today. You see, so there must be this kind of collaboration with government and this communication, departments, so that they stop giving us problems. Because these MTN and whatever, they have really produced employment for Ghanaians, over millions in the world. So if government wants to distance itself away from supporting, what do you think will happen? And they said they want to create jobs. So I bet, for you, I've been watching you. The last time there was this program with, I don't know, one of the ladies who was pointing at your figures that you have very neat and beautiful figures. And so you must be able to, transform this into helping.
Where is this one two coming from?
Oh, you don't remember? I've been watching you all the time on GH1 and all that, and you've been doing a great service to this nation and serving your station at a level that is appreciated.
Thank you.
Or appreciative to all Ghanaians.
Thank you.
So keep on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Unfortunately, it's 10 o'clock, and so we'd have to be wrapping up. Unfortunately, we can't pick any more of your calls. But yes, apologies if for the past couple of days we've not activated the phone lines here on the Morning Star for you to call through. We apologize for that. Moving forward, of course, definitely we'll always activate the phone line so that you can call us. But we're wrapping up the Morning Star now on Star 103.5 FM. So before we go, Etornam.
Yeah. Interesting conversation.
Yeah.
That something is actually done about it.
Yeah.
I will be so excited if I see that data has been reduced. Remember, MTN had this Star 135 bundle thing, and you could get 2 gig for 3 CDs, 4 CDs.
Yeah.
At time now, dear, when you do it, the most you get is 600 and what is it, 92?
Can you imagine?
It's bad. But for our food for thought today, it says that you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them.
You can't control what happens to you.
May not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them.
You can decide not to be reduced by them.
Yes.
Good food for thought.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to end the Morning Star on Star 103.5 FM. Big thank you to all the production crew. My name is Lantam Papanko.